Brian Dukes, safety, Cal Poly.
He throws it back, and it's intercepted by Brian Dukes.
What a play. Guy's just a playmaker.
Brian Dukes, definitely Dukes.
Absolutely hammered by Brian Dukes.
One of our leaders for sure. Get y'all Dukes up.
How's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, so I'm your host for the Dukes Up podcast. The way this is going to work, we're just going to have two halves. The first half, we're going to be talking about our sports, and academics. Second half will be lifestyle, and then I'll heat our athletes up with a couple questions. So we're just going to start off by going around and introducing ourselves, our sport, maybe where we're from, and an interesting fact about ourselves.
So my name is Elijah Ponder. I'm from Southern California. I played football here, and I guess interesting fact is I'm trying to go to the NFL.
I'm Sydney Sherman. I'm on the stunt team at Cal Poly. I'm from Orange County, California, and fun fact is I've been cheerleading for 14 years.
I'm Abbey Reinard. I'm on the beach volleyball team, and I'm from San Diego. And a fun fact about me is I have a really big lat spread.
My name is Ethan Marmie. I'm on the baseball team. I'm from Morgantown, California, and a fun fact about me is I play guitar.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you to all my athletes coming out today, and we'll just kick this thing off, starting with Ponder. As you said, he's getting ready for the NFL, so I know your pro day is on Friday, and you just played in the East-West Shrine Bowl, so a big all-star game where you just killed it, man. So just tell me about how that went and how you've been preparing for this pro day and ultimately the draft coming up.
Yeah, man. I mean, I've just been training the whole time. Like, I think I left New Year's to go to Florida to start training, and I got lucky to go play in the All-Star games, just to show off my talents. It was dope, to be out there going against all the big schools. You see, the SECs, all that. So, it was fun to see how you measure up against all that, and just, really noticing that I can really play at that level. So it was just dope to see.
Oh, yeah. And then for your pro day coming up this Friday at 8 a.m. for anyone who's in town, what are you hoping to run? What do you think you're at? I think you might be in the 4 or 5, so I don't know.
You know what, man? I mean, I got some goals in my head for sure. I'm not gonna speak too much on them. I'm just gonna show it on the field. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
For sure. I'm excited to see what you do out there, and I'm hoping you play for the Chargers. I'm from San Diego. I'm a Chargers fan, so seeing them on the team, I'll be hyped. Then we'll take it over to City. You're the only sport here that doesn't use a ball for your actual sport. So I believe you guys actually won a national championship 2 years ago. So just kind of what goes into your guys' practices? How do you train for just doing all these flips and all these tricks in the air? I know a lot of people think you guys are just cheering for the team, but you guys are actually competing yourself. So how does that go?
Yeah, so basically whenever we're not on the field or the court cheering for the other sports, we're in the gym practicing ourselves. So stunt is a very competitive game style for cheerleading. So we do all the complex pyramids, purple stunts, tumbling, and flips, which require a lot of athleticism that sometimes is not seen when we're cheering on the sideline for pom-poms. So our practices are hours long, and we're basically just throwing people on top of each other and trying these pyramids and trusting each other that we'll catch each other if they go wrong. Having a lot of trust in our team is always really important.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to learn the backflip for the past couple of years. It has not gone well, so maybe I can get some pointers. We'll take it over to Abbey, where you guys actually just came back from the Sun Devil Classic and went undefeated there. You guys are 6th in the country right now, right? And then you guys finished last year really strong as well. So maybe tell the people what position you play and how beach volleyball works. I'm not too familiar with it. I want to learn a little bit, so yeah.
Yeah, so we finished nationals at 3rd place last year, which was huge. We set a bunch of program records. And I'm a blocker myself, so pretty much a blocker is paired with a defender, and it's 2-on-2, and then there's 5 courts going at once, and you have to win 3 out of 5 of those to win the game. But yeah, we just came back from our tournament last weekend where we went 4-0, so that was awesome. We have a home game this weekend.
Okay.
Home 2 weekends in a row, so I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then my man Ethan right here, you guys just upset the #1 team in the country. You guys knocked them down. They're like in 16th place right now. So you guys, that was awesome for you guys to see. And then you guys just, what else? You just started league 3-0, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are undefeated in the league right now, second in the conference. How does that kind of feel for you guys rolling in strong this beginning of the season?
Yeah, man, our first series was a little bit rough, but going after and getting a dub on the last day, like, really kind of like pushed our momentum forward. And so we kind of just like going into these series, we're kind of playing 1-3. A couple guys buzzed their head just to change some things. And I think the team's really coming around. We're starting to click a little bit. We understand our roles and stuff like that. So it's just awesome to see like everyone's kind of playing well and we're all just coming together.
Oh yeah, man, that's definitely awesome to see. It's cool to see we have some athletes, you know, who are killing it in their respective sport. I know we also have some athletes here that are brainiacs too. We got 2 engineers here. I believe Ponder and then who else? Sydney. So we have a biomedical engineer and an architectural engineer. So, you know, I kind of want you guys to talk about how are you balancing your sport. I know you said you guys practice for hours, and you were just in Florida for what 2-3 months getting ready for the draft. So how are you guys, you know, balancing your sport while still balancing academics?
Yeah, so I mean, for right now, I am taking a little break. I do plan on finishing my degree. But yeah, I mean, while I was here, it was rough, man. I mean, to say the least, it's been a journey for real. I mean, trying to find time management and really just all the late nights and all the homework. You know, a lot of times I'm just like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And sometimes I even give into that and don't do it. But like, it never works out like that. So I mean, just trying to, you know, keep my head down, keep trying to finish. And yeah, so I'm hoping to finish that soon.
Yeah, I think the late nights for sure. Sometimes, remembering that, you know, as a year through school, stunt isn't an NCAA sport, so we don't have scholarships. So technically I'm here to do school first over anything. So my planner is my best friend, and it forces me to be on top of everything and not fall behind, which helps me balance everything in my life.
Okay. Yeah, and then I believe Abby and Ethan here, you guys are business, right? Business and marketing. So, you know, that's kind of in the field that we're in right now, working with the podcast. You know, I have a team with the Athlete Lab class, and they're an amazing squad. So, what do you guys kind of want to get into with that business career?
I'm a sophomore, so I haven't played yet, but I am planning on declaring in marketing, and I think taking the professor in this class, it was really eye-opening, and it seems really fun to do what he does, so I think if I can get into what he does really, really cool.
And then yeah, I'm a senior, so I'm like trying to find a job now when I graduate, so it is a lot of pressure and stress. It's kind of hard, especially with our busy schedules, to set enough time aside and dedicate to actually looking for a job. But I'm just trying to use connections that I have, and I do want to find a position on a marketing team for either sports related company or something I'm interested in. So yeah, that's what I'm currently trying to find a job right now.
Yeah, when it comes to that, you know, I think it's so awesome that we have our sport. You know, something that connects us to a wide web of other athletes or alumni from Cal Poly who have, you know, played here and gone on to be successful. So that's definitely awesome. Yeah, I kind of just want to take this time to go around and maybe just say what your position is, what you do on the field. You know, I'm a safety where I'm covering Elijah's back on the field anytime. You know, he might miss a tackle. Very rare, but yeah. So maybe what position you're playing and how you help your team.
Yes, I play defensive end. And the main job is just, you know, get out to the quarterback, especially, you know, on third down, get to rush the passer, you know, go against all the big offensive linemen, the 6'8", 300 pounds, like I get to do that, unfortunately. But I found joy in it. I had no business being a defensive lineman in high school. Like when I got recruited, I was like barely 200 pounds, if that.
Wow.
And like I was a safety. In high school, I was a safety.
That's crazy.
When my coach told me that I was going to play defensive line, I was completely against it. And he obviously saw something in me. And today, seeing where I am and where I'm at, he was right. But it took me a while to find joy in it, and I really love what I'm doing now.
So in stunt, there's 4 quarters to the game. There's partner stunts, pyramids, and tumbling. So during the partner stunts quarter, I'm the main base, so I'm lifting girls in the air and catching them if they fall. And then in pyramids, I'm a tosser, so I'm throwing the girls 3 levels high, so 3 people's stories high. Throwing them all the way up there. And then I'm also a tumbler, so that means I do the backflips during that quarter.
So as I said before, I'm a blocker. So when I serve, I run up to the net, and then I'm just out there trying to block it when the player's attacking. And sometimes I'm up against other blockers that are like 6'3", 6'4", and I'm like 5'11" myself. So I don't know, I'm an average height for a blocker or taller, but I'm pretty good vertical, so I can get out there.
What's your vertical?
We just tested 2 days ago, and just from standing jump, it's 30 inches. So.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm a pitcher. I start on Sundays, and we play 3-game series on the weekend. So we'll go there's a Friday, Saturday. And so pretty much my job, is just kind of set the tone, keep us in the game for usually 5 to 6 innings. And if you do good, if you give up a couple runs, maybe that can shift the momentum towards the other team. So my job is just kind of limit that and keep us in the game. And when I get taken out of the game, the relievers will take over and keep my job going.
Yeah, Ethan's actually 6'7", so I'm 6'4", and he made me feel short. That's not very common. Yeah. But I kind of just want to talk about something that's been going around the school right now with another athletic department here at Cal Poly. It's definitely a tough topic, but that's with our swimming dives. They just recently got cut on March 7th, and it's hard to see a lot of athletes. I think they had around 20 athletes on scholarship and 50 on the team. So just seeing so many athletes displaced out of their sport, where they came here for that. How do you guys feel about that? Maybe a non-revenue sport, which I believe baseball and volleyball are both non-revenue. How do you guys kind of feel about the security of your sport or just seeing other athletes go down?
Honestly, it sucks. I've been seeing some of their people post on social media and stuff like that, and I can't even imagine training my entire life to play sport, getting recruited, and going to school here just to get taken away from me like that. And so, honestly, it just sucks to do it. I hope that we can find a way to bring them back. I've seen it starting some fundraisers and stuff like that, so we can do whatever we can, and that'll be awesome.
Yeah, honestly, it's so devastating, like people were saying, how you train so hard for so long, and then all of a sudden it's just cut just like that. And I think the biggest thing also is it's super disappointing just to see how the athletic department went about it and how it just came so suddenly out of nowhere. But yeah, so I really feel for them. It could have been any one of our sports. So.
Yeah, I can't imagine putting in so much time into my sport just for it to be taken away instantly. And almost blindsided, not knowing that it was coming. So I just feel for all of them, and I'm sure they all worked so hard, and to have it taken away is, I can't imagine.
Yeah, man, I don't know too much about it. That situation is unimaginable, and it's devastating, really, because everyone, they love what they're doing, and when that thing is taken away, something you love, that's gonna hurt. And so, hopefully, school finds a way. I've seen there's some petitions and stuff like that going on, so hopefully they can figure it out.
Yeah, man, my heart definitely goes out to all of the athletes. You know, like I said, these people have been doing this their whole life. They came to this school to play this sport, so hopefully, you know, maybe they can figure a resolution out with that program. I know I was a little sad and, you know, kind of got us down. But to warm it up a little, I know we have a very special holiday coming up this weekend. I'm assuming a lot of people here are going to be celebrating. I know Ponder won't because, you know, he has a pro day. You got to be locked in. You know, Ponder, when he got here, he wouldn't even take a slice of pizza. So he's on a very strict diet right now, getting ready for the draft. So it's pretty funny to see that. But yeah, it's definitely dedication. But no, yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have been to St. Fratty's at all. They're cracking down on it this year. I've never been. We might go and maybe record, ask some questions. I don't know if you guys have seen our man on the street, but we're gonna try to go out there and maybe interview some people, get some funny responses. Yeah, have you guys been or any plans for this weekend? I know you guys have a game this weekend, so.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we're going to be in Long Beach playing in the race series this weekend, so we won't be able to celebrate anything. But some people that don't travel, I've heard, are going to go have some fun. And hopefully they can fill us in on their celebrations.
Yeah, we were home game too, so I'm going. But maybe Monday morning on our off day. I've heard people are going to the large Monday morning, so you might see it. But all my friends are definitely going over the weekend, so I'll be leaving for them.
Yeah, I'm not planning on going, but just hanging out with friends. We're actually celebrating my birthday this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's really excited. 23.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never took part of the St. Francis facilities. Actually, when I was going to school here, every single time St. Francis came about, I had a final. So I always have to lock in. So unfortunately, I've never been, but I've always seen, you know, the videos and stuff like that, and it's like, it's crazy, man. So I wish I would have gone at least once, but
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. You know, I've always told them to go home, but it might change this year. Maybe get some content, like I said. We're going to go ahead and take a halftime now. So we'll take a little 5-10 minute break. We'll give out some prizes and let these people enjoy their free food, and we'll be back for more. All right, guys, we're going to get back on with the second half. You know, we're talking all things lifestyle. You know, as you know, we're athletes and students, but we also have lives. You know, we also do things outside of our sport and outside of academics. So we're just going to talk lifestyle, and then we'll finish it up with a quick rapid fire question series. Maybe, you know, just talk about what you like to do outside of your sport and academics. I know a lot of you guys' time is taken up, but if you have time, what you like to do?
yeah, so I used to play instruments. Like growing up, so I used to play the piano and guitar like Ethan and the drums. So like now, I had just not too long ago got me a keyboard, so I've been trying to get back into the piano.
Yeah.
And like I still have my guitar, so sometimes I try to dabble in that as well.
I recently got into pickleball.
Wow,
Which is a lot of
pickleball.
fun. Yes,
Yeah.
it's been sunny and so a couple of days or something, I'll say. So I've been playing pickleball with some friends, which is a lot of fun. I love being outside. I grew up in Orange County, so the beach is a happy place. Just being in the sun, being outside.
I really like games of like all sports. So I have a ping pong table in my backyard. I have a pool table back at home. I love playing those. Or even board games, backyard games, just all types of games. I also love going to the beach, just being outside. I used to sing a little bit, so I used to do a lot more and like perform national anthem and stuff. But I don't do that anymore. I think I get too much stage fright. But what else? I love lifting. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I grew up a basketball player, and so most of my time, like, I'll get on the court whenever I can. And then also lift, too. I love lifting. And like I said, a little bit of guitar, and just hang out with my friends as much as possible. We play a bunch of card games and stuff, and I'm always at the clubhouse, like playing ping pong and just kicking with my boys.
You be playing in the rec?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was just asking if you played in the rec. Yeah. I know during the offseason, like, bunch of me, David, and like, man, all we did was just, rec hoops.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely giving you buckets.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
It doesn't matter, bro.
I don't know.
What position you play?
I was a forward in high school, but I see the rec competition. I played against some of the football guys. I think I can hold my own.
I'm not one of the regular football guys. I'm playing basketball. Yeah, coach don't let us in here right now, but we're gonna have the ring.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like we're technically not allowed, but like don't talk about that.
Yeah, we don't say that.
Only off season.
Yeah, in the off season we get a lot of time, and especially as kids, we get a lot of time where we're not playing our sport. It's not our whole life. We're not dedicated to that. So maybe talk about how you grew up. I know a lot of us are from SoCal. I think you're in NorCal, the only NorCal guy here. So. Boo to Ethan. But just your experience, growing up in California and how that shaped you as a person.
Yes, I mean, I grew up in a pretty big household. Like, I lived with my grandparents and my great-grandparents as well, and I had my 2 younger siblings. Yes, I mean, like, it was a never dull moment in the house. So, like, a lot of my free time was just, spending time with my family, hanging out, watching TV, watching movies and stuff like that. So it was cool to see all, like, the personalities mixed, because my grandparents are some of the funniest people on earth. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I gotta say something about that. Yeah, we've all seen Ponder's personality through his TikToks. If you find his little TikTok account, you got some fun videos.
Someone to the live
I also grew up really close to my family. I'm the oldest of 3, so a younger sister and a younger brother who always kept me on my toes. There was never, they were always bothering me, pestering me. I loved them, but it was always so much fun growing up with them. I also grew up very close to my cousins, which I loved. I actually learned about Cal Poly from my cousin to my parent. I got to cheer with her for a couple years, so I love being close to my family, spending time with them, and it makes me sad that I can't go home and visit all the time, but spring break's coming up, so I'm excited to go see them at home.
I also had an amazing childhood. I grew up in San Jose, Northern California.
Okay.
And I lived on a street that had like 40 kids, and we were all the same age. So we would just go outside, we'd knock on the door, and then we'd just make sounds, knock on the door, and just collect a group of like 30 of us. We'd play capture the flag, or like we'd make up all these games. So it was such a blast. I loved that. And then I moved to San Diego right before high school, and I love San Diego so much. I go to the beach all the time. Obviously, playing volleyball is perfect because I was there to practice, and then I had to stay and hang out all day. So,
what school did you go to?
For high school?
Yeah.
It was called Mission Vista.
Okay. Okay.
I was pretty similar, and I could just be a area thing, but we would go door to door knocking on my neighbors' doors, just going to there was a park in our neighborhood, with some hoops, and so we would play literally every single sport every single day. We would play football, baseball, basketball, tennis. We would do anything possible, and then when we get tired, we'd go do a juice box, and our parents would go on a movie or something like that. It was fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like seeing that you brought up family. When I first got here, that was something that I struggled with, being away from my family. So just being able to have a support system back home that you can always talk to is always important, especially as athletes when so much of our time is taken up by not just school but our sport. So yeah, now we're gonna move into our rapid fire question piece. I'm gonna go around and let you guys all answer. So try to be as quick as you can to keep the person to the left of you on your toes. And yeah, we'll just have 5 or 6 questions. Starting with number 1. If you didn't play the sport that you played, what would it be?
I'll be track and field, most likely field, triple jumping.
Triple jump? Really?
I play soccer. I'll be a forward.
Okay.
I think I would also be a jumper for track, high jump, long jump.
Like I said, basketball player. You can check out my mixtape.
I'd be basketball too, yeah. But what I really want to be is a pro snowboarder. I just got into snowboarding. It's so fun. It's addicting. I can't stop doing it. Coach got mad at me because I worked this last weekend, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. All right, so question 2. What is your go-to pizza? We're at Benny's, you know. We got pepperoni on the table, but if you had to choose your go-to, what would it be?
Yeah, so I like thick crust, so Benny's is doing it perfect.
Okay.
With that, you know, people hate on the pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
I love Flower House downtown. The meter pizzas, really, really good. But classic, I love pepperoni and sausage.
Okay.
I like an everything pizza.
Okay.
All the meats, all the veggies.
I'm gluten free, so sorry. The only like places I really go like are Mont Pizza and Blaze. It's like crazy because they have gluten free crust.
Yeah, I knew my partner was in Ground Back Pizza, but I didn't know why you were, so that's sad to see you. Yeah, I didn't have, you know, you said everything pizza. Costco had the best everything pizza back in the day. I don't know if you remember. Now it's gone. I'm so sad about that.
I just did a school presentation 2 days ago on Costco. So shout out Costco.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm a loyal Costco member. I got my pass, you know, I go in at least once a week. I'm there. All right, number 3. What is your worst punishment that your coaches ever made you do?
Wait, say it again.
What is your worst punishment that your coaches ever made you do?
One of them wounded dogs. It's just like a bear crawl, but you have to do it with one leg, and it's for 100 yards.
The worst is probably suicides on the gym floor and not in our cheer shoes. So our cheer shoes are really slippery, so if we try to like stop and turn, it just makes it a million times harder when they're on you. So.
It isn't really a punishment, it's just our weekly conditioning. But we have these like plyo sand conditioning circuits that we do for like 45 minutes, and it's like sled pull sprints and jumps. It's actually insane.
The only time we've ever been punished was because some of us were like skipping our tubes. So we had to run up and down the tubes like infinite times.
Yeah, our worst punishment was something called rolls. It's where you just lay down and you roll over. We had 500 yards of that, and it has since been banned. They're no longer allowed to roll.
Really?
So,
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
They did. Yeah, they banned it. Yeah, we did 80 other ones the other day, and that was not fun. That was pretty difficult, but those rolls, they like almost made me quit. That was like the worst as well. All right, number 4, what is your favorite cheat day one? I'm pretty good enough with my one. I cheat day every day.
Cheat day.
Yeah.
Cheat day. You know, I like probably just mac and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese. Yeah. And probably like steak or something like that.
Okay.
That's a cheat meal?
That's my meal.
That's
I don't know, like what else, like.
Mine is definitely Cane's. I love Cane's.
Oh my
and like
God.
10 sauces with it.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
I'm a big candy guy, so just like whenever I can, just have a candy.
I had a bag of candy before, yeah, so I can't blame you. Have you ever tried?
I'll say donuts.
Okay.
He went from steak to donuts.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, did I turn it off? I went to Krispy Kreme this weekend.
Oh, I love
it. It's fire. Have you ever tried with the cane sauce? You put the hot sauce in the cane sauce? Oh, it's fire.
On donuts?
Wait, what? No.
No, I don't want to try it.
Put the Louisiana hot sauce they have in the cane sauce.
Oh.
This with the chicken.
I have to try that.
It's insane. All right. Number 5, your favorite team tradition. I know ours. I know mine from ours, but
you know what? They don't do it anymore, but we used to get to walk like the day before the game. Wherever we go to, like on a away trip, we just walk the town.
Oh
yeah. Walk around wherever.
Yeah.
We don't get into too much trouble, but you know, we make sure we get back to the hotel on time. That's just walk around the city.
One of my favorite traditions, which I can't fully expose, is one of our pregame traditions as a team. So in the locker room before our games, we just listen to a bunch of like our team songs. We love one of our hype songs is "Save a Horse."
Okay.
So we love that song. We listen to all of our hype songs as a team in a big circle and just get ready for the game and get the vibes going.
Okay.
We always do a team trip at before the school year even starts. So we'll go and get some huge Airbnb and just have our whole team together and do a lot of team bonding. There was a pool this year, so we were swimming a lot, so it's always super fun.
our main tradition is like anytime that anyone has any like hits a double or something like that, we'll just go like that, and it kind of just means like love, like we love each other.
Yeah, mine, we had like a little chant if we ever win a game. It was called the Ocho Language. So we'd see up in the locker room, and it was pretty cool. But speaking on like when we were able to go out and score series, I got a score at South Dakota. Hey, it was a little scary out there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to put that in the episode.
Fresno too.
Oh yeah, Fresno. I didn't even go out. I'm not gonna lie. I said it was my game, ate my cookies. So for our final question of the night, just to leave it out there, if you could choose any walk-up song, so like for baseball, you get a walk-up song, what would it be?
I got two. Either Change by Big X and Plug and Walk Through by Richard Paul.
Okay.
Mine would probably be California Girls with Big Bird.
Mine would be Cotton Eye Joe. I love Cotton Eye Joe.
Mine would be 9 by Drake.
I don't know what mine would be. You guys are kind of on it. I thought, man, I don't know. It probably has to be like, I don't know. The pressure's on me right now.
Got it.
Probably like a Waka Flocka song or something. Yeah, something crazy. Maybe Kiki. Yeah, for sure. But I just want to say thank you for everyone coming out tonight. Thank you for my athletes that got to join us today. Be sure to tune in on Spotify. This episode will be on YouTube. So we're going to be doing autograph signings right now. If anyone wants to stick around, some autographs. So and trivia night here at Benny's. I also want to thank Randy Rubingo, Athlete Lab professor. He's been a huge help in setting all this up. And thank you, Randy. And Benny. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Benny, so much for letting us use your venue. This is an amazing establishment, and it's really fun to be here.